guys? My name is Adrian.
Nick.
We're doing Reacts, and today we're going to be reacting to Red vs. Blue, Season 6, Episode 5 through 8.
Ooh.
So, Nate, what happened last time?
It was real...
Yeah, try to explain this.
serious. I felt like it was like real serious in the beginning and then...
Yeah, you're right.
But weren't, like, everybody was gone, right? Like, Sarge was at the red base by himself.
Yeah.
Who's that blue base?
Sister.
Sister, that's right. Yeah, I don't really remember what happened. I just remember everybody was kind of like by themselves, and I mean...
Alright, so, we watched the trailer, and then we watched episodes 1 through 4. So, in the beginning, there was the conversations between the director and the director of the freelancers, and then the I forgot what they call them, but like the chairman. There you go, the chairman of the committee, right? So there's things about them too. I believe the director started off in the trailer. I don't know every single detail in each one of them, but basically it was the director saying like, hey, I know you guys seen these videos of the station 17B, I think that was the station. I know you've seen the videos, and I know you guys have a lot of questions, stuff like that, but just letting you know we have this under control, whatever. And then in episode 1, the director finally speaks. He's like, hey, you know, thank you for being so clear and telling the truth, ish or so. And he was like, oh, it's sad to hear that everyone in 17B died, while it's showing like a survivor of 17B being like brought through the freelancer base. Obviously they're lying about that. And by the tone of the councilman or the chairman's voice, it sounds like he doesn't believe the director. He's just saying, oh yeah, we thank you for being so honest and stuff like that. And then in episode 2, the director was being like, you know, stop asking me these stupid questions that don't really matter and stuff like that. Along with like crew reassignments. And that was the episode of where Washington went to try to talk to Church and stuff like that, but they weren't there. So it was a cool kind of like combination of where like the director was saying like, hey, don't talk to me about like the crew reassignments and stuff like that, because it doesn't matter to me. When in actuality, when Washington tried to go talk to Church and Caboose, they were relocated without their knowledge, because, you know, obviously they don't care.
Yeah.
And then the chairman was speaking in the third episode, saying like, hey, I know you're really busy, so what I did was we went and talked to the workers at the freelancer without your involvement to kind of trying to figure out what's going on. And then that's when they found out about the meta, and they're like, what are you gonna do about it? And then in the last one, the director was like, don't worry, we got a person already like close to finishing it out. Hopefully it gets done with as quick as possible so I can get back to my studies.
Okay.
That was not a short summary, but it was a summary nonetheless.
Yes.
But we ended off on Washington taking both Church and Caboose to 17B. Well, they left Church's base where Church was sitting at. And then at the end, I think Dakota popped out because they were following Washington. But then also the meta was following Washington. And I think the meta is going to attack Dakota because Meta was right behind him. And I think that's about it as of right now. I might talk about more stuff at the end of this, but
no.
Alright, well then never mind, I won't talk anything.
Not another word.
Without further ado, let's get straight on to it. Make sure to support the original content as always. Let's get going in 3, 2, 1, and...
Dear Director, we can all understand that a shift from autonomy to oversight can be a difficult adjustment for anyone, but especially someone of your standing. In that spirit, we have attempted to accommodate your brief explanations to our serious inquiries. Nonetheless, I feel compelled to inform you that even our trust has its limits.
Sorry, sir. Those are my orders. No one can approach the crash site. You can't come in. Sorry. I need to see that ship. Check my clearance if you need to. I know, sir, but it won't matter. They said I can't let anybody in. Anybody. I have orders from command, Private. So do I. These came from the director himself. Look, sir, I'd like to help you. I really would. But this investigation thing, apparently they've started talking to people within the recovery force. Now everything's getting locked down.
It is the recovery.
You get command to call me and tell me different. I can let you in. Until then, there's nothing I can do. You can use Red Base if you want to make some calls. That facility's already been swept. Fine. I understand. We have a problem. I hope it isn't a math problem. The crash site locked down. Oh, great. We couldn't have found that out on the radio? We had to walk here? They said we could use this base if we want. Wow. The empty concrete base? Is it our birthday? I want cake. Can we find somewhere nicer to hang out? Hey, maybe there's like a cool nightclub nearby that you can't get us into either. That would be awesome.
That's
You
Sister's
two
place.
just stay here. I'll go draw off the guards. When I give you the signal, use that grab lift. The what? How do we use it? Just step into it. They'll do the rest. Meet me at the ship. Okay, what's the signal? God damn it, I hate when they do that. When they do it. Hey! Where's Agent Washington? What do you think he'll do for a distraction? Who knows? Probably like, make a noise or throw a rock. That's what I would do.
Or a huge explosion.
Or he could do that. I think he's better at distractions than you are. Yeah. Okay, come on out. But come quietly. Okay, let's go. Yes, I don't want to. You see, I am scared of the thing that I don't know what it is.
That's fine.
Don't be a baby. Go back to the beat.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Ow.
Dang. Dang.
Bullshit. You just say something? What? I said
What?
quietly. What part of quiet don't you understand? What part? How about the part where I got thrown 80 feet in the fucking air? Goddamn throwing thing!
That's nice.
They didn't see us. Okay, stay out of sight.
Oh, Caboose. Okay, Caboose did good.
Yeah, this looks like it. Sheila? Sheila, are you okay?
That's not
What
Sheila.
is he doing? Oh, yeah, we transferred our tanks training program into the ship so that it can help us repair it. Did you inform command that you moved the program to the ship? Yeah, we're not really big on paperwork. That's actually a good thing in this case. If they don't know it's there, they may not have tried to activate it. Here we go.
And thank you for activating the... Wait, where am I?
Sheila? Program. Instruction. Run a full diagnostic and load the logs from your last flight.
Affirmative. Exception. This system has taken damage.
I could see
I
that.
am functioning at minimum capacity.
Program. Instruction. Override exception. Do not talk to her like that. She is not a program. What? Calm down.
She
Hey,
is.
I'm just gonna stand behind Caboose for a couple minutes. For safety reasons. Okay. I only want to replay the logs from the crash. So can you please get her to do that? Sheila, would you go ahead and do that thing?
Oh my gosh.
Said to me.
Beginning playback. Warning. System
Sheila,
failure.
damn it, down!
Rear stabilizer offline. Navigation offline. And my system clock does not match interior records.
Get loose!
Negative, but I do not know how much longer I can contain.
Computer, what about there? In the canyon, can we land?
Analyzing data.
Tell me, can you get us there?
I am unable to calculate.
Sheila, give me manual controls now!
Acknowledge. Manual control activated. Warning. Decompression. Rear doors open.
Where are they going? Close the hatch!
Rear doors open.
Wait!
Acknowledge.
Oh, someone jumped out?
Critical. Brakes for impact. Brakes for impact. Brakes.
Hold on, everyone!
Brakes for impact.
Hold on!
Brakes for impact.
Everybody just hold on! Okay, so after that, the ship crashed here. And from what a survivor told us, the Blues got here first and offloaded the bodies and equipment. Then they started to get infected. Infected? What were they doing with the bodies? Gross, shut up. Not really, what were they doing with the bodies? They said their men started acting erratically. And for some reason, they destroyed all their radios and their own comm tower. Oh, okay. That was definitely Omega. You had a similar experience?
Yeah.
Similar? Exactly the same. It all adds up then. Omega was the one who inherited that trait. During training, they discovered he could move from suit to suit. For some reason, he preferred Agent Texas. They tried to reassign him, but he always made his way back to her somehow. So where's your AI? I don't have one. Anymore. It's a long story, but it's why I was chosen for this job. Okay. I knew I'd heard your name before. You're that guy that went nuts, right? I didn't do anything.
Yes.
My AI lost control of itself. Right. It just happened to do it while it was inside your head. Right. Yeah, but they comment, Agent Marcy. No, we don't. And don't ever say that again. Where's Texas body? According to the prisoner, it should be in Blue Base. Take me to it. I want to see it. What? I don't think so. That's their mission.
Recovery Command calling Recovery 1, level 0.
I have you, command level 0. Go ahead.
We have a beacon wash. Pulling the data now. Stand by for ID and coordinates.
Received it here too. We're standing by. What was that? That was my recovery beacon. It means an AI somewhere is in jeopardy, and I have to find it before something else does.
Coordinates locked. Transmitting now.
Receiving coordinates for recovery target. Do we have an ID?
Affirmative. It is from the AI Delta and
Agent South.
Oh.
Roger that. Agent South Dakota. Vital reports look bad. Yeah, she's in trouble, Wash.
Yes. Yes, she is.
I mean, he's gonna kill her too if he gets into it. But I feel like Delta might get taken. I mean, I don't know how long it takes to like capture the AI. Okay.
The Meta is nothing more than an entity seeking to increase its power in these confusing days after the war. From my perspective, that seems to be a very common occurrence at the moment.
Saying it as if like the chairman and stuff are trying to gain power.
Report.
Your
Okay.
suit's energy reserves are nearly depleted. The shield will...
How much longer?
The Meta will breach our barrier within 60 seconds. I suggest that you prepare your grenades while I divert power from your armor's non-essential systems.
No.
Do you have a better plan?
Keep the shield up as long as you can. When it starts to falter, transfer yourself to the storage unit.
I think I would be more useful in my current state.
I'll dump my shield generator at the same time. There's no way that thing can resist the both of you.
You are abandoning me?
It's my best chance to get out of this.
South, protocol violations aside, this seems to be a very short-term solution. The Meta will only grow more powerful by the
Program override. Acknowledge last directive.
Acknowledge. Preparing storage unit.
Get ready.
Shield failure in 5,
Oh gosh.
4,
Get ready to eject.
3,
Transfer to storage.
2,
On my mark.
1.
Now!
There they are!
Oh, they got here quick.
Don't let it get near her!
Oh, that was nice driving.
Get away! Murder! Is she a freelancer like you? Yeah! Just don't let her leave! Okay? Hello? Hey, see that purple one? She's on our team. You should help her. Okay?
You're gonna shoot her. Gosh dang it.
She got in the way when I was trying to...
God.
I think that was the point.
It's gone invisible. Keep an eye on your motion trackers and watch your perimeters. Look for a shimmer. It can turn invisible? What is this thing? It takes the equipment of other freelancers. It must have picked up cloaking from Tex. Wait a second. Any equipment? Yes! Why? Shit! Wyoming! Cover me! What?
Oh
Wyoming!
no. He's gonna restart the thing.
Grab those spike grenades.
Because he has like short term time.
There it is! Hey! Help out here! On it! Kaboom! Toss that grenade!
Oh my gosh.
The worst throw ever. Of all time. Not my fault. Someone put a wall in my way.
Okay. Dude.
He's gonna it's pause time, right? Yeah. This guy's OP. Don't kill Washington. Why did he wait so long?
You don't remember? They threw a grenade and ended in between us. But don't worry, I saved you. It's you taking Wyoming stupid time thing from the ship. What's wrong with you? Why didn't you tell us we could use equipment? Why didn't you tell me that Wyoming was on the ship? And why didn't someone give me something to yell about? Delta, are you here?
Affirmative. I am undamaged. However, Agent South is seriously wounded.
Yeah, I know what
Suggest
goes.
moving me to a new host.
Roger that. I don't trust her anyway. One of you two take it. I don't think that I can. I'll do it.
Oh gosh. I don't think that's a good plan.
It's a great plan.
Delta, what happened?
I agree with the simulation trooper. The Meta has most likely acquired both a temporal distortion unit and an AI capable of running it. In this case, Gamma.
Well, why didn't they kill us?
Oh, they
I'm
put
sorry, but
Gamma.
I do not have enough data to formulate an answer. I think we should simply be happy it is gone.
That makes sense to me. I also agree with the glowing person. Everyone else sees a glowing person, right?
It is possible
I
that
hope
it
so.
is injured in some way and is retreating to repair itself.
So, if we can find it before it does, we may actually stand a chance of beating it. Either way, I don't think we should be hanging around here. Then let's get moving. I can't walk on my own. Well, I guess you better start crawling. If you think I'm leaving you here to escape, you've got another thing
Agent
coming.
Washington, if I may, before you arrived, South attempted to turn me over to the Meta to save herself.
Really?
Much like she wounded you to escape in our previous encounter. As I
She's dead.
in our travels, her brother North suffered a similar fate.
What a team player.
It is highly probable that she will turn on us again soon.
Yes.
And in her current physical state, she will only hamper our
So
progress.
kill her.
What are you suggesting?
That we do not allow her to hamper our progress.
Okay.
Oh, come on, Wash. What are you gonna do?
Oh my
Ooh.
gosh.
Yes. Good suggestion.
You're welcome.
Dude, you guys are some cold motherfuckers.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
just want everyone to know that I have no problem talking. And I take full responsibility for the grenade incident. Greetings, fellow web surfer. Be sure to subscribe to our channel before you go.
Okay,
It'll be
okay.
just like we're afraid.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. How do they even beat the Meta when he has the time distortion? He has the invisibility. He has,
Everything.
I guess the voice switching.
Your program was granted the use of a single artificial intelligence unit for implantation experiments. Yet, the department records clearly show
What?
What?
So he just said the freelancer, they were only granted one AI program. Un momento. That's 1 minute. Or 1 moment, whatever. But one. But yet
One.
there's several.
Yeah.
So did they like split up that one AI? Or did they like copy and paste it?
I don't know.
Okay, maybe I should just like keep it going. I don't know. It's just like one.
Dear Director, your program was granted the use of a single artificial
one.
intelligence unit for implantation experiments. Yet, the department records clearly show multiple agents in the field with implants during the same timeframes. Surely this must be a logging error, and we anticipate a corrected document soon.
Okay.
Well,
I have a great idea.
that's not good.
Let's all put down our guns and not shoot anyone else that we're trying to help. Relax. Exactly. Let's all relax. Agent South already shot me in the back once before, and she tried to give up Delta to the enemy. I wasn't going to wait around to see if she decided to do it again. Right. Okay, sure. Stop talking to me like that. We're not talking to you like anything. No one is talking to you like this. You don't need to treat me like that. I'm not crazy, okay? I'm totally, completely sane. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go blow up this dead body.
Oh,
Hey, green guy. I'm blue. Delta. Okay.
Hello. How may I be of assistance?
Hey, yeah, what's the deal with this guy?
Destruction of unused armor or equipment is standard recovery procedure.
Yeah, no, I mean, is he like a whack job or what?
Are you aware of his experience with Epsilon?
Yes. Oh, you mean
Oh, God.
Correct.
my goodness.
Epsilon was an unstable intelligence unit integration with Washington's mind concerned our superiors.
What do you think?
I believe that Agent Washington's sample is well within acceptable deviations. For now.
Wow. What a ringing endorsement. I'm filled with confidence. Okay, all done. Delta, I called command. They wanted me to pass along condolences at Sal's passing.
Thank you. I will be sure to archive that sentiment.
What did you tell them? I told them Caboose did. Apparently they already have a shortcut on their keyboard for reporting his team killed. If I told that you, I would have told them you shot her, but I wanted it to be believable. Hey, my aim is fine. The meta managed to dodge your rocket somehow. No, not dodge. It was there 1 second and it was gone the next. That's how I knew it was using Wyoming's power. And he was on the ship with Tex. His head was. His head, his helmet. Not everybody is as twisted as you are, Wash. Tex took it for some reason. Maybe that's why the ship took a year to crash. So if the meta has Wyoming's powers, it's even more powerful than we thought. And as scary as someone thought it was to begin with.
Yes.
Back to square one. Scary square. Oh, great. Looks like it took one of our cycles. So, what do? What are you asking us? I thought you were like the big know-it-all super agent guy. I would go home. Yeah, dude. Retire. You got any savings? Like a 401k or something?
No.
Can you shed any light on this?
Not without further data.
So why does it want these AI things anyway? I understand the equipment part. At least that lets you do cool stuff. But these AI things are just kind of annoying. They're just constantly yapping and causing trouble.
I'm going to ignore that.
AI help us in battle, depending on their functions. We couldn't run half our equipment without them. And if you get your hands on a smart AI, you can be damn near unstoppable. What, like smart like Delta here? Not exactly. He's just the logical one of the family. Smart means something entirely different for AIs than it does for people. Now, let's not go throwing around words like smart for no reason.
We are more analogous to what you would call a fragment.
Actually, I don't care, so I wouldn't call you guys anything. And I would never talk about so with anal Gus. Especially not in public.
There is one smart AI in the freelance program.
Delta?
The alpha is fully
Delta. That's
Yeah,
enough.
I was
What's
saying,
Alpha?
what the alpha,
AI. It's nothing. It's a myth.
the first
Fairy
one.
tale.
It is hardly a myth. Agent Washington, you must have a memory of the
Delta. Command. Offline.
Complying.
Oh. Sounds like somebody has a secret. I just get tired of hearing these things talk about their alpha. And you will too. They get obsessed with the idea of it. It seems like it's all they care about sometimes. But what is it? If it's something really scary, you don't have to tell us. The whole purpose of the program was to study soldiers with experimental AI. But rumor has it, they could only ever get one. So they had to copy it. The
See?
original was alpha, then beta, and so on. They copied them? Yeah, I like that. I guess if one is annoying, the 20 of them are going to be awesome. The copies became obsessed with this idea of the alpha, the original. In debriefings, they would always steer conversations towards the topic of the alpha, where it was, if they could see it. Some even took drastic steps, like shooting their partner in the head drastic, or I told you, she shot me in the back first. And
Yeah.
what do they do? Even though we don't think shooting a friend in the back occasionally is that big of a deal.
Okay, Trey.
Some freelancers
Alright,
tried to
fingers.
get alpha on their own. They broke into the secret storage facility where it was kept. They almost got to it. After that, they shut down
The freelance program?
Oh, great. We thought the metal was hurt, but apparently he's just busy killing more of your buddies. Pipe down.
Recovery 1, come in. Level 0, come in.
Go ahead, Command.
Wash, we have a beacon.
I'm getting it too. Do you have coordinates and an ID?
Are you sure about this one? This is Hurricane.
Command, you're breaking up on me. Please repeat. What?
Hold on, I'm not talking to you, Wash. And you're sure? Okay. It's Agent Maeve, Wash.
What?
Please confirm last transmission, Agent Washington.
Me? How can that be?
Please confirm Recovery 1.
Oh my goodness.
It's the meta. What? Command, give me those coordinates now. The meta is a freelancer? Command, come in. Delta, what's happening?
Our transmission is being jammed.
Tell me you got the coordinates before we lost. A freelancer.
I'm sorry.
You
I
got
did
to
not.
be kidding me.
I did receive Viacom data with the identification, though. It appears as though the meta is experiencing massive power fluctuations.
Power? Maybe all that AI and equipment can't run on one suit of armor.
That is an excellent analysis.
Okay.
The meta is most likely dangerously low in power and will attempt to augment its energy in some way.
Then we need to get to it fast. But where? We might know where it's going. I just want to know why we have wall duty for the third day straight and Tubbs pulls motor pool every time. Not every time. Every time. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, today. Today is Wednesday, Delario. Exactly. And where's
Burp.
just to keep
Yeah,
up the
come on,
average.
Bart.
You know what I mean?
They're gonna die.
Burp? Burp?
Yeah.
Hey, Burp.
Oh, that's not
Get
Burke.
that helmet.
That not Burke.
Great.
So the meta is actually Main,
Oh, man, that looks nice.
the freelancer,
Yeah.
the main dude. So what happened to his AI? If he's able to, as they said, he has gamma.
Dear Chairman, I understand your concern that increased activity would bring increased risk. However, our fail-safes are simple but foolproof.
No, they're not.
A dead or dying agent's beacon automatically notifies our recovery team, and we will be on the scene immediately to secure all the military's property.
Our military's property.
The metal must be here. Yeah, because no one else in the military would have a standard issue motorcycle just like that.
It's a lot of
Also,
blues.
the piles of dead bodies might have been a clue. Just keep your heads down and your eyes open. I'm going to advance along that wall. You two take Delta and move up along the other side. Okay. Don't use the radio unless it's absolutely necessary. Okay. And don't make a move until I do. Okay. And no screw-ups this time. Okay. Are we going to sit here on the beach all day? Or
Yes.
we go get this thing? We only have one chance at this before it gets back to full power. I can't take any chances that you guys are going to botch this.
Agent Washington, perhaps it would be best if I assisted you in battle rather than helping Caboose.
No.
Statistically speaking, a freelancer would be much better trained to
I
use
said no. Now get going.
I said no.
Hey, Delta.
Yes, how may I be of assistance?
Hey, can I ask you a couple questions about this freelancer program?
Yes.
Certainly. I will answer what I am capable of answering.
This Alpha thing. What does Washington want you to tell us about?
I believe Agent Washington is uncomfortable discussing our program in any fashion. It was one of the many failures during the implementation process.
One of the failures. How many were there?
Several. The director felt time was limited and escalated the pace of experiments.
Oh gosh.
Classify Agent South as another such failure.
Hey, but she didn't even get an AI.
Correct. Agent South Dakota and her brother North were merely another kind of experiment. What would happen if one agent received an AI unit and the other did not?
Oh,
Guess we found
okay.
out how well that worked.
Precisely.
I still can't believe she killed her own brother.
She put him in a position to be killed. South rarely worked in a direct fashion.
What a bitch.
Other experiments like the Dakotas were common towards the end. For instance, Agent Carolina was implanted with 2 AIs at one time.
Ooh.
Two of them? That would drive me nuts.
Indeed. She only functioned for a short time, and not very well with all she did. Having 3 minds at one time proved far too taxing.
Yeah.
But if Agent Main has more than one AI, wouldn't he be having problems too? Like that Carolina chick?
Undoubtedly, Agent Main's power symptoms are only a small indication of what must be happening inside his helmet.
Oh, great. Powerful and crazy.
Oh, that's good.
Marty, any target detected?
I think, yep, there it is. Yes. Thank you for stating the obvious. Look, there's Wash. I hope it gives us some kind of... Now!
Oh, okay. That was great signal. He's just gonna do the same thing, the distortion, right? Unless he's super low on power. Oh, this looks like an actual Halo gun match.
You're right.
Oh!
Dunzo?
No way!
Don't just stand there. After it.
Oh, I thought he died.
Oh.
If I may, I recommend that Caboose and I flank to the right and attempt to surprise.
Just do it.
I low-key thought he died. I was like, what?
There. Use your rifle. My rifle. Shoot it. Damn it.
Oh, please don't. What is this?
I got it. Yes.
Oh, you like the Achilles.
Yeah.
It only counts if you call it. Oh, bullshit, dude. Look, there. Come on. Quietly.
Fucking
Yeah,
betrayal.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, do you hear something? No.
Oh no. Is that Sarge?
What is that? Music? What?
Lopez?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, where did Griff come from?
Wait a minute. Where's Caboose? Where's Delta?
What the heck happened?
What?
Hello, everyone. Now that we have our own YouTube channel,
That
I'm
was the
taking
last
liberty
one?
of reorganizing everything
Yeah.
for a streamlined viewing experience.
What's that all about? Oh God.
I mean, I guess that's like a symbolism. Like he's gonna get tooketh,
Tooketh with.
yeah, and implemented with them with all the other AIs that are with him. My goodness. Let's see, how many AIs showed up right there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 altogether. I don't know which one would be Gamma. Guessing the one on the far right, but I don't know. So here's another AI, which is always fun. But I liked Delta. Delta was cool.
Yeah, man.
See, before watching this, I was wondering, like, who was the alpha? Because obviously, alpha in any sense of the term is always like the best dude, so like that.
Alpha and Omega.
Yeah.
The beginning and the end.
Alpha and the Omega. But I don't know, because when I first think about the whole like copying and pasting thing, you would like to think that Omega being the last one in the alphabet, it'd be like the least effective or like the least best or whatever.
Yeah.
But it seemed like Tex definitely like was using it correctly. I mean, I guess the whole idea of Omega having the ability to switch into different suits is probably like the thing that they didn't want when it comes to copying and pasting the AIs. So maybe that was like the bad thing. But yeah, so we get the knowledge that the chairman gave them only one AI to experiment how the AI would affect or work in battle.
Yeah.
But the freelancers took that AI and copied it, and each copy was labeled, beta, gamma, delta, whatever. And then they were just given to different things. I was going to say this too, but the freelancer kind of reminds me of the vaults in Fallout, where like the vaults were basically things that scientists could use to experiment different scenarios.
Yeah.
And that's basically what they're doing now is like Carolina. So like North and South Carolina is just one Carolina, but it had two AIs. And they're trying to see like, okay, what would the effects come from having two AIs? And same thing with North and South Dakota. They were like, okay, what would happen if one had AI, one didn't? And I wouldn't doubt that they had many different experiments with the others. But I don't remember what. I want to know what is their reasoning for keeping Alpha sort of locked up. Right, because Washington said that some of the AIs tried to obtain Alpha, and they almost got to it. But they stopped it. So Alpha is like kept in a certain containment or confinement, and I'm guessing it was never used in like a freelancer.
Yeah.
If so, it probably had to be like the leader of the freelancers. But even so, I feel like they would need to keep the Alpha not a part of combat, just in case they need to like copy it again.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
The
but
original copy, or yeah, the original.
But if they were able to still copy from Alpha, then what's the point of recovering the AIs once the freelancers die? Right? Because even Delta said, like, the directive or whatever, the way of destroying the freelancers, like once freelancers die, the process is you're supposed to destroy the body along with the AIs. But then Washington's like, no, that's not what we actually do. We recover the AIs. So I'm guessing maybe either one, they can't copy Alpha anymore, and they just need to recover it. Or two, it took so much resources and time and stuff like that in order to copy Alpha that it's just easier just to recover the AI than it is producing a new one.
Okay.
I want to know what the other experiments were. Like what they do to Washington, what they do to Tex, or anybody else. Where's California in this?
Yeah.
We found out Maine is actually the meta. So we need to figure out what exactly made Maine sort of turn on them, I guess. I like to think, like, especially with this shot, I like to think that the AI that he had, or he or she had, kind of took over to the point of where that's why they're gathering all the AI, is to kind of like, this is a body where the AI can control. And in their mind, if they can have all the AI in one, maybe then they can like not only control, but either become the same or better Alpha, or become strong enough in order to get to Alpha. Right? Because they're making a huge deal about Alpha, you know, how all the AIs kind of like treat Alpha as like the god or whatever, and stuff like that. And if there are copies of Alpha, I feel like gathering them all up would then kind of like make them comparable to Alpha itself, or make them stronger to see Alpha. So maybe the main AI Maine had took control of Maine, so now it's not even his will, I guess you could say.
Okay.
He's not under his own control. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but
We shall see.
like none of these AIs sound like they're in trouble.
Sure.
Like Delta, obviously he's a logical one, but he was like, no, you can't let him capture me and all that stuff. So he was being like very resistant towards being captured by the meta, while all these other AIs were just like, welcome home, you know, welcome.
We missed you.
Yeah, like they're out here having a party in the meta's head, and they're just trying to like bring everybody else in. So they're not acting like they're in prison. They're acting like they're in heaven or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, the chairman, I feel like knows the director's lying. The director, I don't know what he's trying to do. I think he's trying to buy time in order to get this thing over with, because he's not really answering the questions the chairmen are giving him. He's kind of like brushing it off, being like, we already have people on it. Just letting you know again that once freelancers are dying or whatever, we have the recovery team to recover the military stuff, yada yada yada, and yeah.
And yeah.
So I think that's about it.
I think so too. I think you hit all the notes there.
Oh, okay, and somehow Griff's is here now. So somehow Sarge got Griff, and then they ended up here again.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I don't remember what the reason was. They thought the meta was gonna go to this place. A part of me thinks, okay, Gamma was in that computer as Gary, so maybe he could use that to like power himself up. I'm not too sure. yeah, that's about it. I think that was our reaction to.
You think that was our reaction?
Yeah,
I
I think we were watching the same thing. Red vs. Blue, season 6, episode 5, 6, 7, and 8. If you liked our reaction, make sure to like and subscribe. If you guys want us to let us know anything more about Red vs. Blue, put a comment section down below. And we'll see you guys next time.
A little off there.
Yeah, I know.
Just a little off,
Bye.
you know?